Hello and welcome to Talk Soup, a weekly podcast from Selma City Schools where you will hear information regarding our schools, the district, and the community at large. And now, our host, Dr. Avis Williams.
Hello and welcome back to Talk Soup. I am Dr. Avis Williams, Superintendent for Selma City Schools.
And I am Courtney Washington, Community Engagement Specialist for Selma City Schools.
And we have a guest with us today. As always, we have Miss Courtney Ootsie.
Hello.
Now, she's the original Courtney, okay? She was here a little before you.
Okay.
All right, that's the other Courtney. But Courtney Ootsie is our Director for Special Education, and she has done some amazing work, not only with our Special Education Department, but also with our Bullying Prevention Task Force. And we're going to talk about that in just a bit. But with all that you do, what is your why?
Well, my why is because it brings me joy. It really does bring me joy. When I first started teaching, I was hired to be a speech pathologist, and then I started teaching as a resource teacher, so a special education teacher, and I learned real quick that I loved working with students with all different exceptionalities. So just working with the kids, it brings you joy. You have to have a passion for it. You have to love working with kids, and you love celebrating. You know,
their milestones and their successes.
Little things make big impacts.
Like the art show.
This was
we have not highlighted this, but what you see in the background is artwork from our special needs babies. And oh my gosh, it was a phenomenal
fantastic. It was good for the soul.
Yes,
This event was really good for the soul, and I enjoyed showcasing all of the kids' abilities.
Well, I've enjoyed decorating my office because of their abilities.
We've enjoyed you doing it.
So that was an amazing fundraiser. So we definitely appreciate your work, and I can tell that you absolutely do your work with joy.
Right, I do.
And another thing you did with joy was lead our Bullying Prevention Task Force.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we always have a segment called The Street Committee Said What? So one thing that I hear sometimes from the Street Committee is that our kids get bullied and we do nothing about it. And we know that bullying is not a problem that's just in Selma City Schools. Right. You know, nationally you read about situations, tragic situations, unfortunately, where children are bullied. But to say we don't have a plan in place is not accurate. And I know you led the work, started off with a policy, but then you've been working with a team on the procedure?
Yes, we have. We've actually defined what bullying really is, and everybody will be more informed about that later. So the real definition of bullying and publicizing what the real definition of bullying, so that the community and parents and students can be educated on what bullying really is. How to respond to bullying, how to report bullying.
Right, absolutely.
We've just been all around working on how we are going to handle and respond to bullying in Selma City Schools.
Okay, that's great. And I love the fact that we start off with defining it, because sometimes we use the term and it's not necessarily bullying. And sometimes it may not be appropriate behavior, but every inappropriate behavior is not necessarily bullying. So I love that we started off with just defining this is what bullying is. And I know that coming this fall we will have some communications to parents. So if you're a parent to one of our scholars within Selma City Schools, definitely look for more information about that this fall, and ways to report bullying. I know we've talked about even exploring an app and some other things. So we may be introducing some other new avenues as it relates to bullying. But just for the street committee, we want you to know that we are addressing it, and we absolutely take it very serious when one of our scholars is being bullied or bothered. So there you go, Street Committee. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your why. I love that your why is about joy.
It is about joy.
Because that's one of our core values.
Sure is.
Yes, indeed. Well, we appreciate you, and we're going to be right back. We've got 2 more special guests coming up, so more Talk Soup in just a second. Welcome back to Talk Soup, and as promised, we have a very special guest. This is one of our amazing scholars from Selma High School, Brittany Nelson. And one thing that's really amazing about her is she's our salutatorian. And graduation is when? It's like
May.
next week.
Next Wednesday, huh?
Oh my God. How are you, Brittany?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about this journey to get to being a salutatorian. How hard have you worked?
Hard. It's been crazy.
What's been the most challenging thing for you?
Let me see.
Studying a lot?
Yeah, and balancing high school and college has been a real tough.
Yeah. Let's talk about that a little bit, balancing high school and college. So you're taking college courses at Wallace and, of course, the high school courses at Selma High.
Yes,
how do you balance that?
It's a lot of studying. It's staying up to 1, 2 o'clock studying for final exams at the same time for high school, college, and midterms. It's a lot.
Yeah,
but
wow. Is it paying
always,
off, though?
Yeah. I graduated from Wallace last Friday.
Oh, great. Yes. So tell us about that. You graduated with credentials and...
I graduated with my associates in computer information systems.
Wow. So you have an associate's degree before you even get your high school diploma.
Yes, ma'am. Excellent.
Give me a high five on that. Wow. And you said in computer science?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, but you're going on to college from here.
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you planning on going?
University of Alabama.
Roll Tide. And studying?
Political science, and I'm a minor in English.
Okay, wow. What do you plan to do with that?
I will be going to law school at University of Alabama.
Okay, that's
Yes.
great. So you're a future lawyer.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, that's amazing. So what has been the most challenging part of keeping your GPA up? Because I understand the balancing the college and the high school courses, but not only did you balance it, but you did it while keeping a 4.2 GPA.
Yes, ma'am.
How were you? What was the most challenging piece of being able to keep those grades up?
Tracking grades. Because it's like in college, you have where they'll put in grades, but you still be like, oh my God, I got all these grades that they have to put in. What's going to be the grade?
You're trying to keep up with what may not be entered already.
And then
wow,
it's like you have to worry about everything.
Yeah.
It's so much. And then you realize, oh, I have an assignment due today. And it's due at like 11:59. Like,
and there's something online where you had to like upload it or send it in. Wow. Okay. So as salutatorian, you have to make a speech, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You have it ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You don't have to do the whole thing, but can you give us like a one-liner from it?
It's just, well, one line is, thank you to all the parents, and my parents especially, for pushing me as hard as they did.
Oh, that's great, because you couldn't do it without them, could you?
No, not at all.
Well, I love that, a tribute to your parents. So if you could give advice to, let's say, a second grader. You know, they've got their whole school career ahead of them still. What advice would you give a child that young?
Keep pushing forward.
Keep pushing forward? Okay.
In the end, it's going to pay off.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you might be like, I don't want to do this. Or sometimes you might be like, I don't want to go to school. I'm going to play sick.
Did you ever play sick?
I hated missing school.
Oh, did you really?
Yes. I hate missing school.
Well, that's good.
Even now, like, even if we're out of school, I'm still like, do I want to go to school today? It's just, I never like missing school at all.
Well, that's
like,
good,
even
though.
if I was really sick, my mom would be like, you should stay at home. No, I'm thinking I'm going to go to school.
You have to keep that up in college, too.
Yeah, you know it gets a little more challenging in college because you're very independent. But that's great work ethic, and gosh, we're super excited for you and expecting great things. You know, and I hope I don't need an attorney, but I look forward to employing you if I ever do. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that you would like to add or to share with our listeners or viewers?
Keep striving.
Keep striving.
Keep having fun. And take the best that you can.
Oh, I love it. Because it's about balance, right? So work hard, but have fun.
Yeah.
I love
Take
it.
every chance you got.
Take every chance. I love it.
Good advice.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much,
You're
Brittany. We appreciate you, and congratulations again. We are so super proud of you.
Thank you.
And I cannot wait to hear your speech at graduation in a few days.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be right back. And we're back with more Talk Soup.
And we have with us the valedictorian from Selma High School, Miss Lakira Fells. Welcome.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us today.
It's my pleasure.
How are you feeling?
Feeling great today.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow.
So, Lakira won the Shark Tank. Before we get into some more information about Lakira, she won the Shark Tank a few months ago with Michael Johnson. And tell us about your company and something that's special that happened last week.
My company is Luxurious Lens. It's an online hair store and accessories, things like that. And I just had my grand opening last week.
That was wonderful.
Had a ribbon cutting with one of my friends who is also an entrepreneur.
Okay.
And it's really a great experience because that's really what I want to do. That's what you want to do.
Wow. So how exciting is that?
know.
Valedictorian and an entrepreneur with a ribbon cutting last
It's
week.
a lot though. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Is it? Tell us
Yeah.
about that. It's a lot of work.
'Cause, I'm basically doing everything by myself.
Yeah.
So things like creating my website and all that, it just takes a lot of time and a lot of work. On top of, having to work and go to school
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
I was at Wiley, so
Did you create your own website?
yes ma'am.
Oh, wow.
Pretty good. But you like it though. That's that positive energy because it's something that you like to do. So it doesn't necessarily seem
Yeah,
like
it's
work.
not like work. It's like, wow,
Yeah.
gotta get these done.
That's good. I'm proud of you.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah, that is so amazing.
So tell us a little bit more about what you plan on doing after graduation.
After graduation, I plan to go to Alabama A&M.
Okay.
Okay,
And
go Bulldogs.
I want to major in business and marketing because
Mhm.
that's something that I have a passion for.
Yeah.
And I probably minor in accounting.
Mhm.
And the reason I don't like math a lot, but it's not my best
But-
subject.
Yeah.
But I went on the DECA field trip. We went to Florida to the international DECA
Right.
competition.
Mhm.
And I met a few mentors, and one person told me that was like, what you don't know how to do, you're going to pay somebody else to do it for
Yeah.
you. So that's why I think I'm going to
And that's some good advice. I was just about to tell you, those are two things, that marketing and that accounting piece. As an entrepreneur, you already have your passion, you have what you know how to do.
Yeah.
It's good to pick up on a skill or something
That's
that,
it.
so you already have that. You really have a good plan.
That is an
Yes.
excellent plan. And so you'll continue with your business through college. Is that your
Yes,
plan?
ma'am.
And since it's an online business, does that make it easier to
Yeah, it makes
operate?
it easier because, I'll be able to, manage it from where I'm at and all that.
Okay.
Instead of having the store, like, it'll be harder for me to, operate it if I'm all the way.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes perfect sense. That makes sense. So let's talk about being valedictorian now. Again, that had to be a lot of work and time and effort and studying. And it's amazing for you to be able to juggle that and to be a business owner. When I'm having lunch with some of our young scholars at the elementary level, I ask them, what do you dream about? What do you want to be when you grow up? And sometimes they say, I want to own my own business.
About 99% of them.
Right. And then you ask them, well, what do you want to do? I don't know. I just want to make a lot of money. And so they've got some things they need to be thinking about. So what advice would you give a young entrepreneur who says they want to own their own business?
A young entrepreneur, I'll tell them you have to find a passion.
Yeah.
Because if you're not passionate about it, it's not going to work. Because you're not going to want to do it. It's going to feel like a job, right? And it's your own business, so it's something that you need to be happy and confident and that you love. And another thing is, it takes money to make money. So if you're going to own your own business, you got to save up.
Yes, and be willing to invest in yourself. Yeah.
And be willing to work. You're working hard, girl.
Mm-hmm.
So, what other advice would you give, say, an incoming freshman? You're obviously well accomplished, and you have a set plan of what you want to do. What would you tell an incoming freshman?
An incoming freshman, I would say you just need to focus on school because that's the main thing. Like, if you want to get somewhere, that's the main thing that you need. And after that, I would say just don't worry about things like friends and having fun so much all the time because that's going to come. But just focus on your schoolwork. And don't let anybody, make or break your day. Always have a positive attitude.
That's a great advice.
I love that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that optimism and having a positive attitude goes a long way.
Optimistic. That's the only way you're going to be happy.
I love it. So you have been able to balance all of that, and I know you mentioned focusing on schoolwork, but what do you do for fun?
Yeah. What do I do for fun? I make weed.
I love it.
This is a weed. I like to read.
It's beautiful. Let's stay right there for a minute. I love it. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
You know, so that's a hobby of yours as
Right.
well as something that you use to make money.
That's the reason I started my business, because I made a wig and I worked at school. It was my first time making a wig. And everybody was like, oh my gosh, you did your hair. And I was like, me, I did. It's okay. And then I was like, wow, you should make wigs. So I started
That's how the
making
business was
wigs.
born.
Yeah.
Oh, that is phenomenal. Well, I'm glad that you take pleasure in it, because that's something too when you think about young people who may want to start a business. It is important that it's something that they enjoy doing and that they're good at.
Right.
You know, everybody has talents, but I do think it's great when you can find something that you're not only good at but that you enjoy doing.
Yeah, she's so well informed about it. Like at your age, I was not thinking about that, and that's wonderful. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you so much.
So next week is graduation. How excited are you?
I'm excited, but I'm nervous.
Are you? What makes you most nervous?
Most nervous? Because I'm going to be like an adult. I'm going to be an adult.
Real world.
Yeah.
What do you have planned for your speech?
For my speech, I just started writing it, so
You're gonna give us a little snippet, maybe a one-liner that you have.
I'm probably sure I haven't done it yet. Because
Still working on it?
Yeah, I say speeches a lot, like at church and stuff.
Okay.
So it's not hard for me to memorize. So it's like,
No problem. I got this. I'm just going to throw my speech together tomorrow.
yeah.
Well, good though. That's actually a very, very good skill to have as an entrepreneur, to be able to speak to people and without a lot of preparation, because you never know when you may have an opportunity to share your business plan or to market your business, and you don't always have a brochure or a written speech.
Yes.
That's great. Yay. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
We are so super excited for you.
Now, I want to see what your shirt looked like. Let's see, what does it say?
It says the last best class.
Okay.
And on the back it has 19 in my name.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I love the shirt.
So I
Did you
got a
guys
shirt.
design that? Did the senior class design that?
Yes, we did. And one of our classmates moms it for me.
Oh, okay. Nice shirt. Very nice. Well, gosh, what a treat to have our salutatorian and our valedictorian on the
Congratulations to them
same
both,
show.
too.
Absolutely. And we're coming to the end of our season. Can you believe that season 1 of Talk Soup is almost over?
Oh my, I also feel accomplished.
So, in fact, we're going to do one more episode next week, and we will feature some of our graduates, because you guys have a number of activities between now and graduation. And so next week, we're going to spend some time just really celebrating our Selma High Saints and our graduates, because we're just really excited and proud for you all. And you know, it's bittersweet for us, because as much as we love to see you guys spread your wings and fly, it's like, we're going to miss you. You have teachers that you're going to miss.
Yes, I do. I have a lot of teachers that I'm going to miss.
Yeah.
You know, they helped me out a lot, like my coach, Coach Turner.
Yeah.
Some of those people.
Yeah, that's right. You're a student athlete. And add that into your balancing act, huh?
That's pretty good.
Well, again, congratulations, and thank you
you.
for spending a little bit of time with us today.
It's a joy.
Yeah. There's that word again, joy.
Joy.
Well, as we wrap up, do you have any shout outs for us?
Yes, so this week we had our first annual Amy's, which is the Aim for Excellence District Awards, and it was awesome. It was wonderful.
So good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it thoroughly. You did a phenomenal job of pulling everything together.
Thank you. Congratulations to all of our nominees. We have 4 categories: the Parent Guardian of the Year, District Support Staff of the Year, School Support Staff of the Year, and our Rookie Teacher of the Year. And it was awesome. I enjoyed it.
I love celebrating the excellence
Yeah.
in Team Selma.
Me too. And I want to give a shout out this week to the Flower Basket. Thank you so much for your dedication and support for Team Selma. They are one of the sponsors of the the Aim for Excellence Awards throughout the year. But they
Okay.
also sponsored the flowers for yesterday. So
wow, they were beautiful.
Yes, they did an awesome job and always enthusiastic when we call. So thank you, Flower Basket, for supporting Team Selma. We also have the registration for the 5K. It's still going on. There is a barcode on our website. You can just go straight to Selma City Schools, click on the link and scan it, and it'll take you right to the registration site. And we have the virtual run, so even if you'll be out of town,
Still join us.
Yes.
No excuses.
yes, you can even email me proof that you ran. Hey, if you just want to do that. But we're looking forward to that being an excellent event. That will be coupled with our back to school bash. So
Yes.
all of our schools will be represented this year, August 3rd at Block Park.
Awesome. So we got a lot of great things coming up, even though we're wrapping things up for the school year.
For our season 2.
Before we start season 2. So we will see you right back here next week for Talk Soup. Again, congratulations to our graduates. Gosh, we're so proud of you. And look forward to seeing that graduation next week and more Talk Soup next week. Bye-bye.